So, sorry. If you a college student, or maybe even some big high schools, you know, going up and down them steps every day, and then you walk up in your class and you, it's uncalled for. Like, I'm not that out of shape. Come on. I bet younger me could have walked. We're not gonna bring younger me to this. I want to love younger me. We went through it, but so, you know, normally I would be doing, like, I thought about it this morning and I was like, hey, you know, these are the perfect times to make my YouTube videos. What should I do today? I was like, just do another Taboo Talks, you know. I like making those, you know. I just like saying what's on my mind. But as I was sitting in my music theory class, something in me was like, no, do this. So today, I'm gonna have a message to you. Now, I don't know if it was God, I don't know if it was my inner spirit talking to my inner spirit, because I low-key need this. I found out that one of my, like, bad habits when I'm, like, depressed, I push that onto, like, others, and not, like, I ignore my depression and ask how people are doing. Like, I'm always, like, I don't want to, like, talk about myself like that, but I know, like, I'm very, like, considerate to other people, and I'll literally, like, sit there and I'll talk to them, you know, if how they're feeling, blah, blah, blah. Especially, like, my close friends, you know, I really care. Sorry, I heard a knock. And I really care. So that doesn't mean I don't ask all the time, but when I'm really, somebody's definitely knocking. I'll be back. Okay. So it was the maintenance man. This drawer came out, like, the board just snapped that holds it up, and so he had to come fix it. It's good now. It's better than what it was. So yay. But what I was saying, I don't really know where I left off. But I was kind of, oh, I know where I left off. Like, yeah, I literally tend to, like, when I'm sad and depressed, and it's just one of my depression days, because whatever, I tend to be like, mental check-in, how y'all doing? Like, literally, I don't post on my main story. Like, a lot of them I tend to keep to my random thoughts, but it was such a bad day. Sorry, I got a spammer's call, and I was having such a bad day that day. I literally posted on my main story, and I don't post on my main story. I was like, mental health check-in, you know, if you want to vent here, you can vent honestly, whatever. Like, I was, and I found that habit about me. But this isn't about me. It's a message to you. And I mean, I guess it could be to my inner self, but whatever. We all are on this earth for who knows however long. And for some reason, you know, society says we have to go to school at a young age, spend all our childhood, our teenage years, graduate. Then we either go to college or we go to work. And you know, college that's 4 years and up. Well, it depends, you know, and you're just getting all these loans, and then you're going to work, or you're just going straight into work, and then you're doing that until the ideal was like 60, 70, and then you retire. But sometimes you don't even do that. You work until you die. 9 to 5s, you know, some minimum wage jobs, you know, whatever, you know, and then boom, you know. To me, I don't really want to do that, but that's not what we're talking about right now. We see people that are really good at it. They're living a successful life. They got lots of money. They're really smart. They're hardworking. And then there's us, and we're like, I'm not like that. I can't compare. You don't have to compare. You are you, I am me, Bob over there's Bob, and Susan is over there is Susan, okay? I do it a lot. I'll be scrolling on Instagram, or I'll be in my music class and I'll hear people sing, and I'm like, I don't look like that. I don't sound like that. I can't do that. Like, but that's okay, or it should be okay. I mean, when you in that moment, it's not okay. It's definitely not okay, but it should be okay. We are meant to be different people. If we were the same people, and I know there's thousands and thousands of movies like this, because we had to read that one book, Anthem, and I really didn't like it. It was pretty boring. It was very boring. And they was like the same people. They couldn't do anything different. They couldn't have their own ideas and blah, blah, blah. You know? Life like that would be boring. We are meant to be different people. We're meant to have our own different talents. You do something one way and somebody else does it another way. That's totally fine. We tend to, like, I know artists do it a lot, because when you're an artist, you're showing your craft. That's something you created. So that's a piece of yourself. Like when you make a child, that is like 50% you, 50% another person. That's your craft. And so when you're like a teacher, a mathematician, a scientist, that's your craft and your own, you know, like when it comes to arts, like singing, painting, that's like the fine arts, the crafts, arts and crafts. Why did I say like that? You know, you're making your own craft. And you're honing your skills, you know. Craft and like mathematician, it's still the same craft, just not the literal craft, you know. So we're all honing our own craft, you know, and we're all making a piece of ourselves. We're putting a piece of ourselves out there and we're always the hardest on ourselves. It's true. It's true. Like, I'll be sitting there making a song, making music, you know, whatever. And I'll be like, that just wasn't good. And then I'll go do the same exact thing, but like, no, that was really good. Like, you will always be the hardest on yourself. It does not matter. It does not matter. And you can lie to yourself, because I do this. I'm like, what people say will matter most, you know, like, as much as I want to believe that I don't believe that, I know I do. I know I do. It's why I hold back. I subconsciously hold back, and my vocal lesson teacher hates it. He hates it. Anyways, we tend to hate on ourselves more than anybody. Like, we're our own worst enemy. It's that dark Kermit up in your head, and you're like, I can't do that. And I know y'all hear that all the time. Like, the cliches, like, oh, you need to change your mindset. Oh, what if you can't change your mindset? Let me challenge that. What if you can't change your mindset? That's okay. It's okay. But one day you will look back, and whether it's tomorrow, a week, a month, a year, when you're on your deathbed, and you'll look back and you'll be like, hey, maybe that wasn't so bad. Maybe I was more in my head than I thought. You're gonna have your rough days, and you're going to have your good days. Life's all about a mix of it. Life is like a box of chocolate. So anyways, come on, brain, don't hit refresh now. If I hadn't done it every time my brain refreshed, I would pay my tuition without any loans, because my squirrel. Sorry, I have a squirrel and I love him. He's my favorite person here. But oh wait, which one is that? There's two squirrels. One's a male, one's a female, and I think they're both in this. Oh, that is Mr. Yeah. Anyways, so basically, be kind to yourself. We're all honing our own craft. We're putting ourselves out there, and it's scary. The world is definitely scary. You're gonna go at your own pace. And I know that cliche, the tortoise and the hare story, I think that was one of my favorite stories, honestly. Either that or it's just one of the ones I remembered the most. Even though I had a fairly good memory as a child, I remembered everything. But we're all gonna go at our own pace, and that's okay. We're all gonna have mental health days where we don't know what's wrong with us. That's okay. We'll have days where we do know what's wrong with us. That's okay. We'll have days where we're perfectly fine, or as perfectly fine as one can be, you know? That's okay. Be kind to yourself. Because we're all struggling. We're all gonna have our struggle days. We're all gonna have our happy days. How many times have I said that in this video? I don't know. But we all focus on being kind to others when we could be kind to ourselves. Hold ourselves to the status that we deserve to be held to. And that's all I gotta say. Bye, guys.